So your question was x to the second minus, I believe, was it 81 or 9?
Yes, 81.
81 equals 0. And we want to solve this by factoring.
Right.
It means first we want to factor this. So we want to write it into parentheses like this. So we will need to put x and x, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think goes into these two places?
Two numbers that are the LCD. I mean,
So two numbers, that's right. So this one is x squared. How do you write this as a number squared?
you divide it.
9.
9 squared, right? That's right.
Yes.
Now what goes inside of these? So for the x, we put x and x. For the 81 or 9 to the second, we're going to put 9 and 9. What signs do we use?
So
What
plus
sign?
and minus.
Would be one. That's right. One minus, one plus. Okay. So you gotta square both first. X to the second minus 9 to the second. Then you just write x and 9 twice, but one with a plus, one with a minus. That's the first step. You factor.
Mm-hmm.
After this, now that you factor, so you're going to split this into two equations. You're going to say x minus 9 equals 0, or the other parentheses, x plus 9 equals 0. Okay, so after you factor, now we know how to solve these smaller equations. How do you solve this one? The first one, how do you get the x by itself?
So x equal to 9.
That's right, we can cancel negative 9, we can do plus 9, and x would be 0 plus 9 is 9. For this one, what do you do to cancel this positive 9?
Subtract 9.
Minus 9. This cancels, so x is negative 9. Okay, so that's how you solve using factoring. You have two squares. You gotta write those two squares first, then you write in parentheses one with a minus, one with a plus. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, type the other question. At the same time, Zodair, what are your problems?
So my problem about like polynomial functions and graphs.
Okay, so is it on your computer screen? Can you share it, or is it outside? Can you type it? What is the problems?
Like I don't have any idea about this topic because I missed this class.
So I need to have some specific questions. If you can open your book or your homework, whatever it is, and give me a specific question or problem to solve. Okay?
Okay.
All right. At the same time, Frederick, do you have another one like this?
Not the same question. It's completely different.
Okay, read it out to me.
6
Okay.
x subtract 18.
All right.
What's the same thing he was saying? I think it was dividing and multiplying polynomials over.
Over, you said?
Yeah, divided by x squared plus x.
Okay.
Subtract 12.
Subtract 12. And what is the question? What does the question say?
Divide. Yeah, I have to divide it.
It says divide or simplify or something. Okay. Okay, so I have this expression here.
No, it's not. That's not the complete expression. You have to add the division sign and then add another poly.
Something like this.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Another fraction.
Yes. 3 x to the second degree.
Okay.
Subtract 12. x squared
X squared
2x plus 2x
plus 2x.
subtract 8.
Subtract what?
Subtract 8.
Subtract 8. All right, so we want to divide these two fractions. Fractions made of polynomials. So this is a polynomial, this one, all of these are polynomials. So we want to divide this. So generally, when you divide fractions, for example, C over D, how do you divide fractions in general? Let's say,
Reciprocate.
that's good. What do you mean by that?
You flip the fraction.
That's right, we take the first one and we multiply it by, we flip the second one by the reciprocal of the first one, so A over B times. We change division into multiplication and C over D becomes D over C. We're going to use the same idea here for this one. So we're going to take the first one, take the first fraction, plus multiply. So we're going to turn this into multiplication. We're going to flip this second one, x is second, plus 2x minus 8 over this one. Okay, that's the first step. Keep the first one, change, and flip. And then we need to factor everything. We're going to factor all these polynomials, completely factor them, and then something will cancel out. Let's start with the first one here. What is the common factor between 6x and 18?
6.
6. So we're going to put 6, open the parentheses. If you remove the 6, if you move it to the front, what's left?
So x minus
The x, right? X minus
3.
3. Okay, so 6 is here and here. We move the 6 to the front here. If you move it, you have x left here and 3 left here. Over here we have a trinomial. We want to factor this. Trinomial has 3, 1, 2, 3 terms. There's no common factor, no common number or letter, so we want to do this. You want to open the parentheses like this. Start each one with x, because you have x to the second. Then we need two numbers. We need two numbers. I'll multiply to this number here, negative 12. Same numbers should add up to this number here, which is positive 1x, to positive 1. So what number is multiplied to positive 12 and add up to, negative 12 and add up to positive 1?
So 4x minus 3x.
Say it again.
4x minus 3x.
4x minus, so we're looking for two numbers here. What numbers are we going to put in these parentheses?
Plus 4x. First one.
Plus, say it again, plus 4x?
Yeah.
So we need two numbers without the x, just the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Same numbers that you use here when you add or subtract them.
Oh, so 4 and 3.
4 and 3. What signs? This should add up to this number here, not the x, but the number next to the x, which is positive 1. So if you say 4 and 3, but what signs? Because when we multiply, we need negative 12. Which one?
So plus 4 and minus 3.
Okay, if you try that, if you do plus 4 minus 3, this will be negative 12. But if you add these same signs, if you do positive 4 minus 3,
Plus 1.
it will be positive 1. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do positive 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 It's exactly what we want. Same numbers here with the same signs, positive 4, negative 3. Positive, hold on a second. So same numbers, positive 4 minus 3 will be 1. So the numbers we're looking for are positive 4, negative 3. That's what we're going to put here, positive 4 and negative 3. Okay, so we're done factoring the first one, multiplying. And do the same thing here, we're going to factor the second one. So let's factor this trinomial. This time, okay, there is no common number. We have 3 terms, so we're going to say we need 2 numbers this time to multiply to negative 8, this number, and add up to what? To what number? And numbers add up to what?
So 4 and 2.
So we need 2 numbers that multiply to negative 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same numbers add up to positive 2. So what numbers multiply to negative 8 and add up or subtract to positive 2?
Plus 4 minus 2.
4, yeah.
So let's try 4 and minus 2. That's right, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And 4 minus 2, 4 minus 2. So we don't need the plus here. Will be positive 2. So those are the numbers. So we're going to put them in x. So plus 4 and minus 2. And the last one to factor here is this one. Okay, what is the common factor between this and this? Friedrich?
Yes,
What's the common number here?
3 and 12.
3. So we're going to put 3. Open the parentheses. If you remove 3 or divide by 3 here, what's left?
X squared.
Okay, minus. If you remove 3 or divide by 3 here, what do you get?
12.
No, we're going to remove.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, we're going to remove or divide by 3. That will be?
4.
Will be 4. Because we moved the 3. We moved it from both. Moved to the front. So we divide by 3, divided by 3. So 12 turns into 4. But we can factor this more. How do you factor x to the second minus 4? Just like we did earlier here. You can do the same thing. It will be 3 times what?
X squared minus 2 squared. Oh.
So x to the second minus 4, just like x to the second minus 81. So we need negative minus 9 plus 9.
X minus 2 and x plus 2.
That's right. So x to the second minus x minus 2 and x plus 2. Okay, so this is the same as this. Okay, so just like 81, x to 81. Okay, now we factor everything, right? Factor. So after we factor, now we need to, so before multiplying this way, we need to cancel any common factors between the top and the bottom. So what do you think cancels first?
The x4.
X plus 4, that's right. Cancels from here and from here. What else? Okay, look at this.
X next 2.
Say again?
X negative 2.
That's right, we have x minus 2 here against this one. Very good. What else? What else is left? We can also reduce 6 and 3, right?
Yeah.
So 3 into 6,
2.
2, and this will be just 1.
1.
Now what's left at the top?
So can I ask you one question, sir?
Go ahead.
So it is mandatory to put 1?
You don't have to, but maybe if it makes things clear. For now, just so we can see it, or we can really.
But like exam time, if I don't put it, so my math is correct or is
No,
that?
that will still be okay. Still be
Oh,
fine.
okay, okay, thank you.
Now what's left here at the top? We have 2. What else?
X3.
X minus 3. Okay, the other ones were canceled. And here, bottom, what's left? Bottom, what's left?
X subtract 1.
Okay, what else?
X squared. Subtract 4.
No, x plus 2.
Oh,
this-
X plus 2.
X plus 2. So we don't need to put the 1 here. That's fine. But if it's a different number, we have to write it. That's it. So nothing else to cancel. That's the answer here. Nothing else common to cancel. That's basically the answer.
Okay. Can
Okay.
we go on? I don't know if the other person has a question.
Zudair, did you?
Yes, I have a question. Can I share my screen because I don't have any idea about this math. So you can like show me like 1 or 2 examples, then I can understand it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What is showing? You cannot start sharing.
Let me stop my screen. Let me stop my screen first. All right, go ahead.
Will you see?
Okay, so
So you can give me like any example about this math because I don't have any idea about this.
all right, so let's see what the question is.
Question at the bottom or where?
Okay, hold on. Let me open my. Give me a second. Let me open the book.
So 3.6.
Mm-hmm. So the unit is 3.6 and exercise 31 page. Okay, you can stop sharing now.
Okay.
I'll share mine. So 1, 2, 3. 3.6 exercise. All right, so 31, right? 31, 32. First, let's read what the question is. What is the question? So we need to find f of 2. It says here, for each function, we need to find f of 2 and f of negative 1. F of 2 and f of negative 1.
Okay.
So basically, it's a pair of numbers. So the number here inside parentheses is the x, f, for example, f of 2. So x is 2, what is the y? For example, in this one, f of 2 is 15.
15.
Okay. And for this one, f of 2 is 2.
2.
F of 2 here is negative 1. Same thing for the table. If the x is 2, f of 2 is
4.
4. What about f of negative 1? For example, for this one.
10.
1.
F of negative 1. F of negative 1 is 10. That's right. F of negative 1 is
1.
and so on. If you go to the graph, you can also do that from the graph. So f of 2, that means x is 2, right? X is this axis. F of 2 is, if you look at this, so that's x is 2. You go to the graph, the y will be
4.
Not 4, but
plus 2.
no, it's between 4, between 2 and 4.
3.
3. So f of 2 is this. What is f of negative 1? So the x, if the x is negative 1, actually is here. So the first number is the x, the second one is the y. So for x is negative 1, this is negative 1 here.
So
Right?
minus 3.
What is the y here?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. So negative 1. If x is negative 1, it's minus 3. What about this one? What is f of 2? That means if x is 2, what is the y?
Oh, that's what I really need help with.
What is it?
2.
So if x is 2,
And y is 2.
y is 2. Exactly. And that's basically how you do it. There's another one. What is, for example, here, f of negative 1? F of negative 1 would be here, right?
Okay.
That. So this is 1, 2, 3. So f of negative 1 is 3. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is f of 2 in this one? In this graph, what is f of 2?
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, not exactly 4. Try again, f of 2. You're gonna go all the way here. And this point, what is the y here? So the x is 2. What is the y?
3.
3. That's right. So f of 2 is 3. That's how you find f of x of a function.
So I
Whether,
need to memorize this one like 2 like x2 by 4 like this one.
no, we'll give you a table. We'll give you everything.
Oh, okay.
We'll give you something like this, or like, for example, this one. What is f of negative 1 for this one?
Oh, okay, okay.
What's f of negative 1 for number 28? For 27?
Negative 1, 7.
That's right. What is f of 5?
5, 1.
That's right. F of 2?
F of 2 also 1.
That's it. So it'll give you this, or it'll give you something like this, or
Oh, okay. But before I thought like this number 28 also has like math.
oh no,
That's why I'm so confused.
it will give you everything. It will give you a graph or a table, and you just need to read the value. Okay, all of them same way. All of this.
Oh, okay. Then I need to study more about it.
So we have functions. First one is f of x is 2x squared g of x is negative 2x plus 1. So we said, let's find f of f over g minus 2.
It's supposed to be another parentheses, I think.
Probably, yeah. Should be, I believe there's one here
Yes.
and one here.
Yes.
Okay, so first we gotta find f over g. So f, okay, let's keep this negative 2 here. So f over g, f is this, 2x squared. No, it's g.
G is negative 2x plus 1.
Minus 1, that's right. Now we need to
No, plus 1.
plus 1, that's right. Now we need to substitute this negative 2. We're gonna plug it into this. All the x's will be replaced with negative 2. Okay, so this will be, you're gonna get f of, so 2 times, so instead of the x, we're gonna put negative 2. So it'll be negative 2 squared over, same thing here, negative 2 times what?
F. X.
which
No,
is
-2.
-2. So we're going to replace all the x's with this value here that's given.
-2.
-2 plus 1. And then just simplify it. Just simplify this number. Okay? Use all the operations and simplify this. It will be f of a number n. Right? Whatever that number is. And then you take that number and you plug it again into f, which is this one. Okay? So, you know, simplify this using all the operations. You're going to get some number, whatever it is. Find that number. When you get it, take that number and put it into f. Put it into this function f and simplify again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So
But
I'll let you.
not really in how to put it back into the function though. I know the number.
Yeah, just whatever it is, whatever you get from here. For example, you get some number n, then you take that n, you plug it into f. So it's going to be f of n, whatever that number is, equals. So we're going to plug the n here into the x. It will be 2 times n to the second. Okay? Whatever that number might be. Could be 1 or it could be 2. You just plug it into the x here. Okay? So that's for the first one. For a, f minus g. The other one is find f minus g of -1. That's a in your question 10. So it's kind of similar. So we're going to take f minus, we're going to write g, and into that we're going to plug the -1. What is f again?
2, -2.
That's right, -2. X plus 1 minus, what's g? No, actually, it's not, that's not f. What is f? What is f?
2x squared.
That's f. It's given here 2x squared. Minus, what is g? The function g is this.
Minus
Yes,
2x.
Plus 1. And we're going to plug the -1 into that. The -1 will be plugged here. Okay?
So we have 3 minutes, so we can join again, right?
Okay, so once we disconnect, let's open again and add some if you want. So we write f minus g, which is here. Then we're going to plug the -1 into that, the -1. So let's substitute. It will be 2. And 2 times what? What goes here?
X.
Yep, but we're not using the x. We're going to substitute it with
-1.
-1 minus 2 times what again?
-1.
-1 plus 1. And then the rest you just need to simplify it to find what the value is. That's it. You don't have to plug it again. That's just f minus g. And you just need to use the order of operations to simplify this. Okay?
Okay.
And for the next one, it's the same thing, but instead of this, you have a dot. You have a multiplication. Okay? So it's the same thing for b. You do the same thing, but instead of a subtraction, you have a multiplication here. So you gotta put a multiplication here. Or you don't have to put a multiplication. It will be 2x parentheses -2x plus 1. Okay, so you write the functions. And because the next one, b, is f times g of -2. So you gotta put -2 into this product. First you gotta write these two. You gotta write f, multiply g, just like we did it with the minus. Plug the negative into that and simplify.